Yo, what is up YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of the Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon's Championship Battle Spot Ladder. Another episode of VGC 2018 Back Battles. I am pretty tired, but right now, gotta get some recording done. This is actually the last time I'm going to be able to record before, I'm gonna get swamped by Toronto and finals, which I'm leaving for, which is gonna be so exciting. But yeah, so you're seeing this video probably around my finals week, so all the videos like I have for finals, it's going to be pre-recorded, and that's the only way I'm going to be able to get daily content, because I do want to really focus and do really well this semester. So we got the Landorus, Fairy, Nihilego, Hariyama, Mawile, Milotic, and Tapu Bulu once again on deck. Let's get started and play some games. So this team has done really well. It's done extremely well, I think, for us so far. I don't think we went negative yet, but who knows, we might be going negative in this episode. Yet, I am pretty excited to play some games once again. And yeah, because it's a pretty nice break from just hitting the books all the time. So, yeah, so this is my break time, so I'm going to be using it to do my other job, which is this YouTube. So, just something. But overall, I think Mega Mawile is just a really good Pokemon in general. I really do love Mega Mawile. Of course, the one thing I really don't like about it is, of course, that 90% accurate stab when it's so important in a lot of games. Like, I remember playing the IC, the International Challenge with Mawile, like in January. I missed like 90% of my play roughs, and I'm like, okay, I'm never bringing the Mawile to a tournament again. So we got Aegislash, Tapu Bulu, Milotic, Salamence, Naganadel, and Tyranitar on deck. So let's see, what do I think is good here? Because Bulu is my only good Milotic answer, and there's a Naganadel, Aegislash, and Tyranitar, which I don't exactly like facing. So this is going to be pretty difficult to handle. I don't really like Aegislash, as I mentioned before. It's a hard Pokemon for me to handle with my team. I like Landorus a lot though, but the problem is, of course, that Milotic, once again, it's always that Milotic, right? So looks like a pretty bad matchup. I don't like Hariyama in this. I like Mawile in this. I like Nihilego in this. Do I like my own Milotic? Not really, per se. It helps against Salamence, but it's pretty bad against everything else. I think I'll go Nihilego plus Bulu. Yeah, Nihilego plus Bulu I think is fine with Mawile and Landorus in the back. This is gonna be so awkward. Just hitting that Milotic is gonna be so frustrating for my team. This team really doesn't appreciate Mawile. So let's see how, I mean not Mawile, Milotic. So let's see how this is gonna go. Yeah. Dealing with Milotic is gonna be a pain. I gotta get rid of the answers to my Bulu, but it's gonna be really difficult. Milotic Aegislash is such a safe lead for my opponent because it handles a lot of things on my team. Gonna lead the Nihilego plus Tapu Bulu as against Naganadel and Milotic. So very safe lead for my opponent because it threatens my Mons here. Now I could Trick Room up, and Trick Room actually might be useful here because I could Trick Room against the Naganadel because I'll definitely take like a Scald and whatever Naganadel wants to throw out into Nihilego. So I'm thinking of going for a Trick Room here. It might be my safest play. Because instead of going for Power Gem, which is not going to KO, I think this might be the safer play. So you know what? Just going to protect and go for Trick Room. Then I could double up the Naganadel the following turn. And then I still don't know how I'm going to be able to beat the Milotic, because if Milotic just plays defensively, it's still going to be a troublesome Pokemon to deal with. Yet, this is definitely a start because I can't get rid of Milotic right away as long as there's Naganadel. And even if, let's say, I lose Bulu in the worst case process, maybe with a bit of prior damage, I could knock out the... Ooh, Aegislash coming in. Okay. Not what I expected. And Protect coming out, okay. That's not what I expected at all, since you could have just went for a Scald right there. And Milotic was pressuring my switch out, so I actually really don't mind this turn then. I wish I was a bulkier Bulu, but not too much to complain about right now. I could go for a Power Gem into the Naganadel, which should still be a 2-hit knockout, and I think I could go Landorus here. Yeah, because if my opponent wants to get Milotic in, I guess he could double out the Aegislash here, but I don't think you're going to do that because Aegislash is in a pretty solid position right now. I'll go not Landorus because it should be able to take any attacks. Maybe it's a Flash Cannon to Nihilego, which Nihilego would take pretty easily, and then maybe a... Ooh, Protect. Okay, that's fine. Wonder who the Aegis Slash is targeting, or if it's gonna set up a substitute, that's fine too. I know Z move is nice here as Flash Cannon, I'm assuming, into one of my Pokemon, probably the Nihilego, or yeah, Nihilego, which is fine. Cause I'll take it. I don't take it well, but I mean, I did get my Landorus in, and Landorus is looking to do some work against my opponent. So not a bad turn per se. I think, what would you do here if you're my opponent? I don't think you should risk your Aegis Slash. I think Mawile is the safest play and just going for an Earth Power into Naganadel, because I think you might double out Naganadel into Mawile. And the reason I want to do this is because Play Rough can threaten to knock out Mawile if Aegis Slash goes defensive here and King Shield. If you go on the offense, it could be a little bit bad for me, but I don't think you should never any Nightmare here on the Landorus. In case I was like a Assault Vest special, as Naganadel is going to retreat here, Milotic should be coming in. Yep. And I didn't want to switch in Bulu because Bulu is threatened. So... oh wow, it just goes for the Flash Cannon. So I could have got to knock on Aegis Slash. That's a little bit problemsome. That Flash Cannon also does so much damage too. Because I will get an Earth Power off and it will go out into the Milotic. So, not the best turn. Oh, I even give it the... I even give it the competitive boost, which is not ideal. Oh, that's not ideal. I wish I went for the Earth Power and Aegis Slash. That would have actually got me in so much momentum, but I guess I'll attempt to Sucker Punch Aegis Slash now. Since I think you're just going to Flash Cannon Scald anyway, I think it's a no drawback play. I mean, you could King Shield here, but would you really King Shield if I could just play Rough your Maul the following turn? I don't know. That's like something I really just can't see. And if I can get rid of Aegis Slash, my Bulu can kind of come in Trick Room. So it's not the worst case, I guess. As yeah, Aegis Slash doesn't King Shield. It could substitute here too. I could definitely see sub here. But I will get a Sucker Punch off. It does connect, so Aegis Slash will go down here. Great, that Pokemon is a massive threat to the rest of my team. I'll gladly take that Aegis Slash going down. I see Wind gonna come out. I don't know. Will this knock out Mawile? I don't think it does. Well, actually, yeah, it doesn't. I was about to say, I think there was a special defense drop on my Mawile. I know there was one on my Milotic for sure from the Earth Power. I just don't remember if I actually got one. Salamence is probably going to come in now to get the Intimidate off. So, this still isn't the best position at all. But it's definitely not the worst position for sure. Naganadel going to come in though. Okay. Not what I expected. I wonder if my opponent has Salamence in the back, or if you're going to go double out. Yeah, I did have a special defense drop. Okay, I was right. I think I'll just play Rough and Earth Power here then, I guess. Play Rough should knock out Milotic, and the only play I could really see is Naganadel doubling here. But, I mean, if Milotic just wants to protect, that's fine too. Naganadel gonna protect, which is fine as well. Okay, that works for me. This is probably the last turn of Trick Room. And then what I could do is probably Sucker Punch and a Tectonic Rage. I think my opponent won't expect that. And it would probably double out would probably knock out the Milotic here. So I think that is going to be my play of choice. Yep. Dimensions and Grassy Terrain disappears. I'm very confident this knocks out. And if I can get rid of this Pokemon, that's huge for my team. So I'll go for it. Sucker Punch and a Tectonic Rage. I don't think you would recover here. I think you would try to get rid of Landorus here if you're my opponent. So let's see here. Sucker Punch going to come out. Should do about 30 to 40. Yeah, that's definitely going to KO. Heat Wave. Huh, no Flamethrower or Fire Blast. Well, at least I'm Special Landorus, but that still kind of sucks. Beast Boost is a special attack? Yeah, it's special attack. So it's a modest Naganadel, which could still be problematic. Alright, I'll knock out the Milotic. The problem is this Naganadel is still an issue for my team. I also don't know what the Salamence slot is. So I'll get rid of the Milotic, which is good. I really wish I Earth Powered that Aegis Slash that one turn though. That would have been game changing, I think. So I get rid of the Milotic there. Burn going to damage me, and I think I go 100% to Nihilego here. Tyranitar's the last one. That's not what I expected. What's dumb is because of the burn. I think a Heat Wave will knock out my Landers after a bit of burn damage, so oh, that kind of sucks. This is Mega Tyranitar? No, it could be regular. I don't know what kind of Tyranitar set this is. It could Dragon Dance in Fury, too. Although I'm not sure if he Dragon Dance into position, since I do have the ability to Trick Room. I'm gonna double Protect, because yeah, I'm scouting for Naganadel's Protect, which is pretty big here. And let's see, I'm hoping I can knock out the Naganadel in the future turn, which is what I'm going for by display. I don't know if you protect Dragon Dance, though. Oh, it's just a double on my opponent's part. Okay. So that's alright here. I'm max speed Bulu, so I think the best play is just to double up this Naganadel slot and hope +1 Heat Wave doesn't knock out Landers. I mean, I don't think Naganadel should carry a Dragon move. I think it would probably be Tailwind, I would assume, from this set. But I don't know, it could be. Tyranitar gonna go for a double, which, okay, that's fine by me, because, again, I have Bulu. Sludge Bomb gonna come out. That shouldn't knock out Landers, even with your +1. Yeah. Nice. So I get the Earth Power off into Naganadel, and that should be able to pick up the knockout. Excellent, and Bulu should just be able to win the game. So, I don't think Tyranitar was ever the important Pokemon right there. I don't think you have to protect it at all. Because of the fact that, since you saw him Special Landers, I'm not doing too much damage to you. I'm already going to be weakened. And since I do have a Bulu in the back, I'm really surprised that my opponent kept protecting the Tyranitar instead. I guess even then, like, as long as I got rid of Naganadel, I was still going to win the game even if we clicked Rock Slide. But yeah, I knew Naganadel was the threat here, and I got rid of it. So, yeah, able to pull out a victory here, it looks like, unless this Tyranitar has some kind of crazy trick. But I don't think it's living Power Gem into Wood Hammer here. So, yeah, very scary team. This team was definitely a hard one. Milotic plus Aegislash and Naganadel were all super scared to deal with, since I didn't exactly have the best answers for it. I think the big turns were me for not getting the KO on Aegislash on when I could have Earth Powered that slot. That could have been absolutely huge there. Earth Power damage did help against the Milotic, because even after the grassy terrain recoveries the Milotic got, I was still able to get the Sucker Punch into Tectonic Rage knockout, which was pretty important. But overall, I think the big turn was me getting that Sucker Punch Tectonic Rage off, and then being able to knock out the Naganadel, calling out its double protect. Although, really, I didn't even have to protect my Landers at that point, because of the fact my opponent actually decided to go for a double protect right there. I thought my opponent's only play was to try and maybe get rid of the Landers right there with Tyranitar, because it wasn't being threatened at that point. So, really interesting play there. But yeah, able to pull out a victory. So, yeah, very nice. While being able to KO the Aegislash, good damage to my Milotic. Nihilego able to pull in some work with the Trick Room set, which was really nice there. And of course, our Special Landers putting in work. Tectonic Rage. You can't tell me that you expect Special Groundium Z Landers. Most Landerses that are special run Life Orb, Assault Vest, I've seen Expert Belt sometimes, Choice Scarf. We got Shota here. With the pretty standard team, we got Incineroar, Metagross, Landers Variant, Zapdos, Tyranitar, and Tapu Fini. So this is a pretty scary team to deal with. Absolutely terrifying. Yet, I don't think it's bad at all against... well, my team is bad at all against this team. I just gotta figure out what exactly I want to bring here. I think my Milotic and Nihilego do really well here, because if I can just get rid of Zapdos, I'm in a really good spot with my Milotic. Milotic pretty much can eat my opponent's team. I think Bulu's pretty nice, because the Fini could be one Pokemon that gives me trouble, as well as, you know, protecting my Milotic from powerful Earthquakes. And an extra damage answer against Tyranitar. I like Milotic, I like Nihilego, I think Landers is a good call, and I think Bulu in the back. Mawile would be nice for Sucker Punch, but Double Intimidate doesn't really appreciate it. And Hariyama doesn't really do much here. It does affect maybe the Tyranitar and the Incineroar, but otherwise doesn't really do much. Maybe I should put Ice Punch over Poison Jab onto Hariyama, because Ice Punch might help with my slight Landers problem. I mean, I don't really have as much Landers problems, but I guess it could be problematic if it's special. because of the fact that do have a pretty big weakness against Special Landorus, but I mean, I do have Hidden Power Ice on my own Landers. I have a Tapu Bulu with Woodhammer that could KO. I got my Lodix, so I don't know. I think Poison Tap's still nice because I feel like I still have a bit of fairy problems, but you know, that's up for debate here. So let's see what my opponent is going to go for as the lead. It's going to be the Metagross Zapdos. So kind of what I expected because it's your best answer against my Lodic right here. And it's also kind of problematic against my Nihilego. So wonder if Sami Tantrum. I wonder if I live Thunderbolt into Stomping. I also don't know if this is Z-Move Zapdos. I would assume it would be Z-Move Zapdos actually from this team. So this is actually very problematic here. Very problematic here. I don't know what my opponent's going to go for. So, you know what? Metagross Zapdos just puts on so much offensive pressure against my team. I gotta figure this out. I think I'm gonna double protect first just to see if Metagross decides to Mega Evolve. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. It's just troublesome. Okay, so Metagross does Mega Evolve here, which is great. So I will double protect here. Let's see what my opponent goes for. I'm guessing Gigavolt, Havoc, Iron Head gonna come out in Nihilego, and a Thunderbolt. Okay. It's not bad for me, per se. I don't know if you're gonna keep Iron Heading my Nihilego slot, because I could see you going for Ice Punch in the Nihilego, expecting my Lander switching in. I really think it is Gigavolt, Havoc, Zapdos. I kind of want to make an aggressive play here because I really don't want I don't want Ice Punch going to Nihilego because I think that's so obvious. I really think that's so obvious. I could also see maybe my opponent thinks, oh, maybe he'll switch out to my Lodic in the Landers, but I think I'll make the Landers play there. And I don't think I want to Trick Room because Trick Room seems like a weird option. I think I'm going to Power Gem the Zapdos slot. Because I don't remember my spread exactly, but I think my Nihilego could maybe live a -1 Iron Head. We're going to find out here. But if I could absorb a Gigavolt Havoc or if Stomping Tantrum into the Lander slot, it would be great. Iron Head going to come out. Targets down the Nihilego slot, so that just picks as a knockout, which is not great. Nihilego just goes straight down, and Thunderbolt's going to go out into Lander. So that's not the worst case, because I do have my Lodic and I can Icy Wind right here, but that's not really ideal here. I really wonder if it's not Gigavolt Havoc or if my opponent was just worried about Lander switching in the entire time, but yeah, losing Nihilego is pretty bad. I mean, it's not the worst case because I need it for the Zapdos, and I could still beat down the Zapdos, I think, relatively okay, depending on what my opponent decides to do. I think it really depends on like what kind of Zapdos the set is and how bulky it is. But right here, Icy Wind in the Protect should be a fine play because I can threaten a Tectonic Rage into Metagross the following turns. But yeah, I was really just trying to catch maybe you would go for a double up into my Lodic with Stomping Tantrum. As Metagross is going to Protect, which is alright. That's not too bad, I guess. So I will Protect here. Probably just going to be a Thunderbolt or Tailwind. Tailwind, okay, that's okay. At least my Lodic doesn't take damage here. Again, Icy Wind off into the Zapdos. Just kidding, I don't. Right now, I'm fighting a really uphill battle. I'm going to try to Icy Wind here and just go out on the Bulu. Right here, it just doesn't look good for me. I don't think it looks good for me at all. So I'm going to retreat into my Bulu here. And go for Icy Wind. I'm probably taking Ice Punch, which is going to hurt, but still better than nothing, as Ice Punch is going to come out targeting down the Bulu. It's -1 though, so it shouldn't do too much. Yeah. Heat Wave. Oh, covers the Bulu switch in. Really nice play there. Really nice play. Okay, Tapu Bulu goes down. I do get an Icy Wind off, which is, I guess, not the worst case, because I think Landers, I don't know if Landers can live a -2 Ice Punch. If it does, I'm actually in a decent spot. If not, it's still troublesome. I might need a double with Landorus at this point. So I'm gonna get Landorus in. You're probably just gonna Ice Punch Thunderbolt, or if you have Gigavolt Havoc, you just throw it off here, in my opinion. I think I need a double Protect with Landorus at this point in order to try and claw my way back to victory, because this does not look good for my situation. I feel like I led pretty poorly against this team, and then overall I just didn't have many resources to beat Zapdos plus Metagross combined. So let's see here. Protect Landorus. Ironhead goes down to Milo. Good play, expecting the Protect. And the Thunderbolt, which shouldn't knock out my Milotic at least. Oh wow, that did less than I thought actually. Do you get my berry back? Scald gonna come out. Decent chunk. I gotta hope for a double Landorus at this point, because I don't think I live otherwise. I think I might live a double up with my Milotic. That would be pretty close, but I think I could live a double up with my Milotic. This Metagross is gonna retreat here, which is fine too. Beanie gonna come out. Oh, that's another problematic Pokemon to deal with. That means Thunderbolt into Milo, right? Ah, Misty Seed. I mean, I do have Stone Edge, which I guess could help. I do fail the double, so Thunderbolt gonna come out into Milo. I'll survive. Luckily, I can get parried, and Icy Wind does come out. Alright, not the worst position. Because if Stone Edge knocks out Zapdos here, because this is where the Stone Edge could actually come in handy, since I haven't been intimidated by my Landorus, I could get a Stone Edge off into Zapdos, and maybe Pixel to knock out, because it is Stone Edge. It's not a weak rock type move, and I'll go for Recover here, because I need help on my Milotic. Yeah. Still a tough game to win, because Feeny does look very problematic for my team to deal with, yet I feel like I'm still in an alright position. As Zapdos is going to retreat here. Is that the... Oh, Incineroar. I guess you reset the speed stats, and you don't want to risk Zapdos getting knocked out here, so I guess that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I do get the competitive boost, which is nice. I wonder if you're going to go for Earth Power. I missed an Incineroar, which is unfortunate, because Scald would have been able to pick up the knockout afterward, after that chip damage. Z-move. Waterium in the Landorus, okay. So the Z-move was on Feeny, which makes a lot of sense here. So, I mean... Yeah, I don't think there's a way. Maybe if I can recover enough health so I could beat Zapdos. But it would require a lot of tools here. I mean, Milotic could potentially pull this out. It could potentially pull this out. Incineroar can't do much to my Milotic. Actually, no. You just fake out going to Zapdos. That's what you should do. Or you're gonna... What? Calm Mind? Okay, Calm Mind. I thought you would just fake out going to Zapdos, because I think it covers every single play, because if you fake out Milotic, you get your Zapdos in, right? You could go for Thunderbolt into, like, knockoff, and I can't recover the damage off. Yeah, I think that works for me, alright. I think. Because if my opponent... Although my opponent should never go for Moonblast right away, you should always keep clicking Calm Mind. I mean, if I get enough on Feeny, maybe I could actually pull this out. Knock off how much it does. I just realized that Incineroar is faster than the Feeny, or... No, did I hit Feeny with an Icy Wind? I might have. Yeah, I think I did. Okay, special attack boost. Although I can't beat the Feeny no matter what. Yeah, knockoff into Moonblast is doing too much. I wonder how much +3 would do into Feeny though. I guess I'll just try to find out just for information. But yeah, I don't feel like I played this second game good well at all. I don't think I had many tools to beat Metagross into Zapdos League because it just covered so much. I didn't have good switch-ins. I think whatever I had to do turn 1 was literally go for Icy Wind, hard switch into Lando. And even if I did that, that could have been extremely risky right there. How much did Scalded? I even missed the damage. But yeah, that wasn't exactly the best play because of the fact that you don't know what the Zapdos is. Because Feeny could have Waltarian, but Zapdos could also have Electrium. If it's Electrium Zapdos, I could be in a lot of trouble if my opponent goes for a turn 1. So, although I don't think you should go for a turn 1, it's definitely a possibility, I think. So, either way, no matter what, I don't think there was a really safe turn 1 play. I think it would have just been hard read. Of course, I make the really hard read game 2 of hoping my opponent would maybe double up into Zapdos with like stomping into Thunderbolt, because that might have actually been able to pick up the knockout Milotic, although I don't know my damage calc specifically. So maybe my opponent thought, okay, I just get rid of Nihilego because that's the biggest threat to my Zapdos, and then I'm able to win the game. But I actually don't want to find another game. But yeah, otherwise, hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Back to Back Battles. Gonna go 1-1 in today's episode. That second game. Oh man, I'm trying to figure out what I could really do. I don't think I could really win off. Well, I could win off that lead, but it just comes down to so many hard predictions that I just don't feel like it's worth leading that. I think I should change to my lead game. But like, what can I lead there? Because I don't really have anything that can threaten Zapdos or Metagross for a one-hit knockout other than Landorus. But, or I guess my Nihilego, maybe Power Gem could knock out the Zapdos if I'm lucky. But the problem with that is it's not effective right there because I can't outspeed or KO, and I'm always being threatened offensively. So yeah, otherwise, yeah, I just don't see that many ways out other than just going for hard reads with the Milotic. But otherwise, hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Back to Battles. If you did like it, please leave a like down below, show some support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, the side tiers on my channel. All that will be linked down below in the description. Check out the previous episodes if you have already missed them, and feel free to leave a comment as I do read them. Otherwise, have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.